Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't see the end of last season, then head over and watch that. Because unfortunately we ended up getting relegated. We're back in the Championship, but this series is all about building that Derby squad to be sustainable in the Premier League, and that's the plan. Championship, we've just got to push ahead. We've got to see how we can do. You know, there's been a lot of transfer business gone on since the last episode. I've ran all the way through the new the pre-season window, and we're ready for that first game of the season. Before I do head over there, guys, there's two little things I need to ask from you, two quick favours. One, you know, make sure down below, like, comment, subscribe, all of that amazing stuff. And if you haven't seen, we now have a second channel. We've now got a YouTube Shorts channel, which is just little clips, little funny moments, you know, all of that sort of stuff, just something a bit more light-hearted, that isn't our, you know, usual sort of 20-25 minute video catching up on how the season's been, play a game. It's just, you know, silly moments along the way. If you want to go and check that out, and I really would appreciate if you did, I've popped the link for that in the description, for you to go over there and take a look. We're posting those funny sort of clips and moments and things on TikTok as well. So if you have got that link for us is down there as well. I would really appreciate it, guys, if you could go over and you know, spread a bit of love over there. Alternatively, let's head in. Let's see what's been going on in the transfer window, and let's head into that first game with Derby County back in the Championship after what was, you know, a terrible season in the Premier League. But this season, we're going to be back and stronger than ever. Come on, boys. Right, so here it is, guys. We're back in the Championship. There has been some serious transfer business that's gone on. Let's just head over and take a look at what's been going on. We'll take a look at the end of last season first off, because we've lost two big names. Let's look at the outs at the end of last season. In terms of big names, we lost Josh Zirkzee. His release clause got activated and he went to Leeds United for 18.25 million. Which, you know, was bad, and I was gutted because he was the star man for us. And then the very next day, someone put a bid in for Marcus Forss, and his release clause got activated as well. So we lost both of our starting strikers. Marcus Forss went to Fulham, and Josh Zirkzee went to Leeds United. Combined fee of, you know, around 25 million for the two, which I didn't think was bad business, but it's just very annoying. I think Marcus Forss we bought for 2.6, so we made a bit of money on him. And Josh Zirkzee we bought for, we got him on a free, so nice bit of transfer business there, really. So 25 million in the bank. We need some new strikers. But we also had other areas of the squad we needed to strengthen. So all these lads here are all just youth players. I'm not going to, you know, take too much of a look at those. They're players for the future. There's a couple of quality looking lads in there, but probably no one that's going to really start. Rob Chan maybe, or Can, I don't know how you pronounce his name. He might get the odd start just because of issues with depth, but other than that, I don't think there's going to be many of them starting. Now we got Juan Hernandez from Brentford, who I believe in real life is at Watford now. Bought him in as a replacement striker. Looking at his stats and things, I thought he looked very well rounded. Did I think he was, you know, one person that was going to excel in every area? No, but there was a couple of things that stood out to me with him. No negative traits. Everything it was sort of positive, relatively well-rounded, experienced at the level. He's jumped between the Premier League and the Championship a fair bit. I mean, we paid 21 million for him. He's valued, I think what are we at? It's about 40 something. I think it is 40 million. Career stats wise, he's not done bad. I mean, his last season in the Championship with Brentford, he scored 20 goals, average of 7.0, 6 assists, 5 player of the match. Doesn't look bad at all. Then we just look at the bit of business we've done since we've come into officially the transfer window. Jamal Lewis, who we had at left wing back, we've now signed him on a permanent for 12.25. He was a quality player and not a player I was willing to give up, and we managed to get him for what I consider to be a reasonable price. I mean, Looks like he signed to Newcastle 2020-2021 for 15.25. We've picked him up for 3 million, less than that, and we had him on loan, so we've already had a season out of him. We know what he can do. Now we're just looking at a couple of lads we bought in on loan, and someone else we bought in. These are more what I'd consider the backup players for us, really, just to add some depth. We've got Brandon Soppy, which is an incredible name. Still a young lad, 23. Gives us a bit of depth at the back because we were lacking. Can play at centre back, right back, right wing back, which is fine. That's what we need. Not too bad. On par really with Jamie Shackleton and the lads that are starting every week, but this guy's still got a bit of room for potential. So I'm happy with that. Picked him up for a reasonable price, and it's 5 million. Yeah, 5 million rising to 7, but I think the 7 was something like 50 international appearances, so I'm not too bothered. Got him from Leicester. He spent last season out on loan at Besiktas. Before that, he's been all over the place, sort of Italy, Portugal, France, but let's hope we can get a bit of stability. And when he has been playing, 7 rating in Turkey. When he was playing in Portugal, he had a 7.18. He's still young, still room for improvement, so I'm happy with that. Then a couple of young lads who bought in on loan, which again, really were just to add a bit more depth in that attacking midfield, sort of attacking section of the pitch. Michael Mellor from Man U, who does look quality. Still a young lad, only 18, obviously a regen. But looking at these stats, I think he could probably do a job as that second man for us. Because I looked at Hernandez, and he was, relatively well balanced, didn't really excel anywhere massively. But then we have a look at this lad, and he's got 16 dribbling, 16 first touch, 18 balance. So what I'm thinking is that he could do well for us playing as that second striker up front. And then we've got Williams Bourdon, who again can just add a bit of another option to play on that right hand side, or to play on a strike, that sort of play up front if there's any issues with injuries and that side of things. And there's a good strong couple of traits in there. There's also some weak ones, but determination, flair, stamina, work rate off the ball, technique, it's all okay. He's a relatively physical player, so I'm happy with that. No other pending transfers. In terms of people that have gone out that are a bit more notable, Sol Bryn, the backup goalkeeper, went to Ipswich. Benkovic, which I really didn't want to let go, but he just kicked off and kicked off, so I didn't have much choice really. He went for 1.9. I think we probably lost a bit of money on him. Okay, no, it was about what we paid, so fine. Otherwise, lots of players going out on loan. Jordan Lawrence Gabriel had a bit of potential actually to develop into a really good player, but he just wouldn't renew his contract with us, and he wanted to go. He agreed to go to San Jose Earthquakes. Fine, that's up to him. Now the championship this season. Let's just take a look at what the season preview is. We're expected to finish 6th. Okay, so not too bad. Could be better, but we're expected to finish 6th. So I'm okay with that. I think actually we should do better than that, and I think we should be looking at pushing for these automatic places as opposed to playoffs. We're looking at the Media Dream 11, and Mellor's in there, the lad we've got on loan from Man U. So I think we're setting up to actually have a really, really good season, a really positive season, to try and bring something back after that tough first season back in the Premier League. Now, this first game out, we play Ipswich Town. Hernandez playing up front with Mellor playing in as a false 9 behind him. That 4-4-2 tweaked slightly. Williams, Knight, Vanaken and Wilkes in the middle. That's the same middle 4 we were playing last season. Then back line, Lewis, Morass, Jordan Williams, Shackleton and Fisher in goal. So Hernandez and Mellor come in as the new strikers. Then on the bench we've got a couple of the new lads on there, but whether they'll make an appearance, probably. I'm just hoping that Hernandez and Mellor are going to find some form. Hernandez did get injured in pre-season, so he's not actually had much game time. So I'm hoping that's not going to, have too much of an impact. The other tactics on the cards is this 4-3-3 that you guys have seen before. Then this 4-4-2 diamond, which I've played a bit in pre-season. It didn't really work, so I thought I'd revert back to this 4-4-2 for game 1. So it's Ipswich Town, game 1. Back in the championship. All I can really say is it's at 3 points. That's it. If it's not 3 points, we've done badly. We've just gone down from the Premier League. Finances are in a good position, albeit actually that our chairman said that he wasn't going to put any more money into the club. So we've ultimately got to be self-generating and self-maintaining now. But let's see how we get on. So it's Ipswich Town at home at Pride Park for that first game of the season. Come on, boys. It's a solid start. We got a shot off nice and early, a couple of shots off nice and early, which I'm happy with actually, because I think we certainly need the confidence boost. I mean, that's 5 shots, 3 on target, and we're only 10 minutes in. We've got a corner here, Vanaken. Ooh, Wilkes drifts back out to pick it up, pushes out wide. Nice cross in, Williams. Oof. It's a goal kick for them. Got to deal with that. Deal with that, Shackleton. Oh, no. Oof. Could have been worse. It's a good start. I think possession isn't too bad. And we're dominating in terms of shots and in front of goal. We're just not getting much. I mean, we've had no clear-cut chances, which is maybe a little frustrating, but considering what we had to do and what short period of time we just had to find 2 strikers to bring in. I expected that it was gonna take a bit for them to gel, actually, if I'm honest. So as long as we can get, a few points from the first couple while they gel, I'm happy with that. It's Morass, Vanaken. Oh, that's dodgy. Is that a red? See you later, pal. That should be game over there. That should be game over. We should win here. So throw in for us. Lewis, Williams, Vanaken. Ball forward to Hernandez. Goes back to Dylan Williams. Ball into the box. Wilkes. Ooh. Highlight stays on. Are we going to have it again? We are. Dylan Williams pushes forward. Knight. Through to Hernandez, can't get to it. Them on the attack here. No, Dylan Williams stole the ball. Vanaken, Wilkes, through to Hernandez. Oh, 15 shots in the first half, 7 on target, and we haven't managed to score. Come on. Looking at that, there was a lot of crosses coming in, but we weren't actually retaining too much. I think what we need to do is just look at the crosses we're putting in, change them to low crosses early. Let's see how we get on with that, because it looks like there's a lot of crosses coming to the box, but we're not actually doing too much. They're not making it to their man. Highlight straight from kickoff. Harper, no, threads it past. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you don't take your chances. Come on, boys. Dominated. It's an attack for us here, hopefully. Lewis, Hernandez, Williams. Ooh. Williams again. Vanaken. To Shackleton. That's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. I haven't actually looked at our penalty takers. It's got to be Hernandez. I haven't looked at our penalty takers because Xerxes took them all. It didn't even cross my mind. Hernandez steps up. Finishes. I'm hoping he can turn into a quality player. I'm hoping I found a little bit of a sort of underrated, underperforming player so far, because, okay, it was a big chunk of money, but he seems to be pretty established at championship level, so hopefully he can do the business for us. 1-1, 60 minutes. Fitness looks fine, which is always something I'm worried about, and it's something we've consistently had issues with, actually. Knight looks like he's struggling, so I might have to take him off. He's not having a great game. Yeah, so I bought Knight off, bought Jacob Davenport on to replace him. How we're only 1-1 with the state of these stats. 26 shots, 15 on target. Let's try just changing Mellor to an advanced forward. Drop Hernandez back to play as a deep line forward. See how this goes. No. Ooh. 10 minutes to go. Come on. 5 minutes. Lewis, Hernandez, Van Aken, Wilkes, Van Aken. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, Van Aken's flipping injured. I did not need this. We don't have the freaking depth for this. It's another one of the new lads, actually, I didn't mention. Tom Krause, I've just bought on. Defensive midfield. Just bought Williams board on to replace Hernandez for the last couple, because Hernandez is knackered. Here we go. Shackleton, last chance of the game. Come on, Mellor. Shackleton. Ball in. Davenport. Goes out wide to Lewis. Try again. Williams. Ball in. Oh. I think that's probably it. It's probably the end of the game now, isn't it? Morass. Lewis. We're already a minute over what we were told we were getting. Bourdon. Davenport. Krause. Davenport. Lewis. Oh. It's got to be full time. Okay, so 1-1. It's not the perfect start, but there's lots and lots and lots of positive signs there. And actually, we look at those stats and the amount of shots and things that we had then. We just need someone that can finish. As soon as someone can finish, we should be all right. We should be good, and we should be able to get those automatic promotion places. I'm actually not too disappointed with that. I wanted 3 points, but when we go and have a look at the stats, because I appreciate you guys couldn't necessarily see them, pre-season was hit and miss, but so we have a look at this and view the match. You should see, yeah, so we had 30 shots, 17 on target, XG of 3.44. We just only scored 1 goal. Now for me, that's a positive sign that we've got the ability. Now we just need finishing, and that's something I can look at focusing on in training or something like that. Van Aken's out for 2 to 3 weeks, so that is what it is. We can, we can work on it. I didn't tell you guys about this, and I probably should have. This is important. The board have told me that if I don't get 6 points in the next 5 games, so that's including the one we've just played, that I'm going to get fired. The reason that I haven't really mentioned it is because, frankly, if I don't get 6 points in the next 4 games, well, I need 5 points out of the next 4. If I don't get 6 points out of them, then frankly I deserve to be fired. But that's 1 point on the table. We just need 1 win and a couple of draws. 2 wins will do the job, won't it? And I'm confident that we will get that, which is why I've not really mentioned it too much to you guys. Otherwise, what do you think of the transfer business? What do you think in terms of what we've done? Finances are healthy-ish. Wage budget 791,000. We had a transfer budget at the start of the season of 12 million, which was significantly less than actually I was hoping for, which is frustrating because we've got 101 million pound in the bank and he just won't put any money in. So none of it's available for transfers. But anyway, that is what it is. Thanks for coming along for this one, guys, and let's hope that this championship season works out far better for us and we go back up and we go again. Otherwise, love you guys. Keep an eye out for a new series coming on the channel. It's going to be interesting. See you next time.